Alrighty, guys, another week's upon us. Cheers, by the way. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great weekend and are getting ready for this upcoming week for the stock market. You know I am, right? Which is what we're going to cover in this video. We're going to break down the stocks I'm watching and overall my thoughts on the market. So, guys, feel free to hit the like button, take a sip of your coffee. Like I said, follow along for more content, hit that subscribe button, join the Patreon if you want to keep up with my portfolio updates, all the stocks I'm buying, weekly updates. That's on Patreon down below, or go to stassurfs.com/Patreon. And now, guys, let's dive into it. So, overall, the market was hot on Friday. You guys probably know that. The Dow went up 0.6%, Russell up 1%, QQQ 0.4. Looks like, which one am I missing? The S&P 0.6% in the green. So we had a really good day on Friday after we saw a couple of red days in a row. Nothing crazy, not like, 5 or 6 straight terrible days, but we had a couple of days where the market sold off a bit, rightfully so, like we discussed last week. We were a little overbought, let's be honest. We were due for that sell-off. Then Powell came out and said the market was, what did he say? Fairly overvalued or fairly highly valued or some crap like that. That triggered the pullback after being pretty overbought. And now, again, as of Friday, on Friday, we had a nice green day. Buyers are coming in right above the 180 SMA here on SPY. You're noticing that on the 4-hour chart, and you're seeing the same thing on QQQ, right? Let's pull this up and take a look at what's going on QQQ. It's pretty much the same thing. We hit 603 last week. We got a little overbought, all right? Powell came out, said overvalued, highly valued, whatever. Saw the pullback, much needed. And then, look, buyers came in right above this 180 moving average, which, yeah, it looks like the uptrend is holding now, isn't it, right? And now we're starting to bounce up off of that point. So for Monday, for tomorrow, early on this week, guys, I want to see if this green from Friday, continues. Let's see if we get a gap up in the morning. Let's see what the futures market looks like tonight. It's currently 9:30 a.m. when I'm making this video, so futures are not open, but we'll see later in about 12 hours, 12 hours, how we're looking. And in the morning, if we're gapping up, obviously that's going to be a good sign overall for the bulls. So let's go through here some stocks. Nike is reporting earnings this week, and you guys know I have puts on Nike right now. I'm not sure if you knew that. Maybe you knew that. I've mentioned it before, but I don't think I've mentioned it recently. So maybe if you didn't know, I'm in puts right now, and I'm kind of debating. Maybe I should take off some profits before the earnings, because earnings are on Tuesday, and typically, guys, I'm not an earnings trader. You all know that. I've said this for years that I don't like gambling on earnings, but man, I have an itch to do so. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of want to hold some of these puts through earnings, but I'm on the fence about that. So Nike. And the reason is because we're kind of beaten up into earnings. It's not like the stock is up a lot into earnings. It's down $11 a share. We hit $80 a share about a month ago, end of August, guys, and now we're at $69. So the stock is down about 14% heading into earnings. So it's like, all right, how much more could it go down? Although I'm not thinking earnings will be good. I think the earnings are going to be rough, but is that already priced in? We'll see, which is why I'm like, all right, maybe I should take half of the position off and let the rest of the puts go. Because did you guys see Lulu's earnings? They're not the same business, but they're both, in the same kind of business, right? They're both being affected by China, the tariffs. Did you see that Lulu level drop, or that Lulu drop we saw after they reported earnings? And this stock was also down into earnings, so you never really know. Lulu was at $200 before earnings, and then the earnings came out disappointing, and it dropped another 17% after already being down into the earnings. So I feel like we could be getting ready for this type of drop on Nike. But at the same time, guys, we don't know. We don't know. I mean, you could argue Lulu is struggling a little more than Nike right now, but Nike, guys, I feel like people don't realize, or people are underestimating how much they're actually struggling in the short term. But who knows? They have the Skims line launching. They got a new CEO about a couple of months ago, so they are slowly turning things around. But I think there's going to be more short-term pain before the long-term gain for Nike. That's my opinion. I think 3-5 years down the road, they'll be fine. But I think in the next year, 2 years, it's still going to be a little rocky. But hey, with that being said, again, we're still maintaining an uptrend. I didn't say that until now. You guys can see we're still technically holding this trend line I just drew out. If we get the circle tool out, you guys can see clearly we're making these higher lows, right? It's technically still on this trend line, which is another reason why I'm like, all right, we're down 15%, oversold, heading into earnings, still holding the trend line. Maybe let me take some off here, some profits, and we'll let it go. That's probably what I'm gonna do. But yeah, Nike, from what I remember, I don't have the numbers written down, but their revenue is gonna be down like 5 to 7% year over year on average, expected from the analysts, and I'm pretty sure EPS is gonna come in way lower than it was last year. So the company's struggling, guys, and if guidance is rough, yeah, there could be another gap down here. We shall see. So that's NKE. We also have CCL this week, Carnival Cruise Line, which this stock has been hot. I mean, we called this thing out months ago. It's kind of almost too late now, I feel like. This stock is, or the company is reporting earnings tomorrow morning, Monday morning. So you're going to see this one right in the beginning of the week, guys, right in the morning. And CCL has been crushing it, man. This stock's up a lot. So I'd be careful with this one heading into earnings. I mean, look, on the 3-year chart, it's clear what this stock does. Each time we hit a higher high, we get a bit overbought. We see a sizable, and I mean sizable pullback. Last time in the beginning of 2025, we hit $28. The stock was hot. It went from 13 to 28 in a couple of months. From the end of 2024 to 2025 there, early 2025. And then it collapsed all the way to 14, 15. So keep in mind, guys, CCL, it's pretty, I don't want to say it's predictable 100% of the time, but it's almost clear what's coming next here, unless they just have, rock star earnings. Who knows? But yeah, keep your eyes on CCL. And another one that we have to watch, guys, is Upexi. Do you guys remember Upexi, ticker symbol UPXI? They're adopting this the Solana strategy, treasury strategy. The stock's down a little bit recently, but I want to cover some news. We got their earnings a couple of days ago. Let's dive deeper into Upexi here. Again, UPXI on the NASDAQ. We've covered them before, guys, but I want to do a quick rundown, an update on some news that we just got, and overall kind of what this company is all about. So again, they are adopting a crypto treasury strategy, not with Bitcoin though, but with Solana. And we've seen companies do this before, obviously, right? We all know MicroStrategy, MetaPlanet, a couple of other notable ones that have done this, right, with Bitcoin. Now we're seeing companies do it with Solana, other types of cryptos as well. And we can see right here, the strategy has pretty good success. We can see MicroStrategy as a case study here. I'll bring my head down here to the bottom right so you guys can see. We can see the increase in Bitcoin per share, I guess per coin, on the top left part of the chart here. It's gone up, and that correlates with, MicroStrategy stock on the bottom right here outperforming the big dogs out there, Bitcoin itself, SPY, NVIDIA, so it's not guaranteed that Upexi is going to outperform or that Solana is going to do this. The same thing that what we saw with MicroStrategy. It's not guaranteed, obviously, guys, but this is interesting. And the MicroStrategy case study is really one worth diving into. The outperformance has been insane. And we can see here Solana is not a, little dog crypto by any means, man. Solana is a top dog in the space. We can see here it features ultra cheap transactions, an array of applications, bustling user and developer communities, and the stated goal was to be an on-chain NASDAQ, right? And to synchronize information at the speed of light. And it enables use cases, Solana does, including finance, payments, identity gaming, right? Social, art, AI agents, deep hints, and many more. And the superior technology is there. It's clear. It's great technology. It imbues validators with a notion of time for massive speed and scalability advantages, and it materially increases throughput and leverages increasing CPU cores. You guys can kind of see this for yourself here. Maybe pause this. I'll leave a link down below if you want to dive deeper into their actual presentation, but that goes a little bit more into Solana. Again, they just reported their financial results for the year ended June 30th, 2025. That was what? About a week ago? Not even, less than a week ago. So we can see here for the fiscal year ended June 30th, right? Revenue totaled $15.8 million. Gross profit totaled approximately $10.7 million, representing gross margin of 67%, right? And net loss totaled approximately $13.7 million, right? And we can see here the CEO, Alan Marshall, said, since year-end, we have been pleased with the Treasury's tremendous growth, underscoring the strength of the asset we're built upon and our ability to execute on a winning strategy. We're extremely proud to be building the leading Solana Treasury company, and we remain laser focused on creating value for shareholders, right? And we can see here, guys, wait, let me go back and see. The Treasury update. Oh, man. Almost missed out on the best part here. The Treasury update. UPexi held 2.01 million Solana, up 174% from the 735,000 Solana held on June 30th, 2025. So they are increasing their stake. They keep on buying Solana, guys. And from what I remember, I think Solana is on a dip right now. I think the whole crypto market's selling off. And I bet they're buying the dip. The net asset value was $433 million, up 281% from the net asset value of $114 million on June 30th, 2025. That's insane. And the unrealized gain, get this, guys, the cost of Upexi Solana totals $306 million, or $151 per Solana. The unrealized gain, which includes both price appreciation and the discount on locked Solana, stands at $128 million. This represents a 1,300% increase relative to the $9 million unrealized gain back in June. Obviously, they've increased their exposure, so the gain's gone up as well. That's as of this report. Solana's price is changing all the time, obviously, guys. But last I checked, it was at $205 per Solana, right? And I think the peak recently was $240 before the dip in the overall crypto market. So Solana is ripping, guys. Solana is ripping, and that's super exciting overall for Upexi here. So add them to your watch list, guys. UPXI is the ticker on the NASDAQ. Again, we have covered them before here, and they're an interesting company as, again, they're pioneering essentially this Solana treasury strategy, which, they're the first company. I haven't heard of another company doing that, so that's pretty exciting. And yeah, that's really pretty much what I'm watching for this week. Those three stocks, Upexi, Nike, CCL, those are the three main ones I'm watching. And we could go on another 10-20 minutes here, guys, but we're running low on time, and I don't want to keep you too long, so we're going to wrap it up here. If you enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, follow along for more content. Check out the Patreon link down below for my portfolio updates. If you guys want to keep up with what I'm doing in my portfolio, stocks I'm buying, every week we're posting updates. That's on Patreon down below, or go to stassurfest.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you all in the next video.